Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Daily English Talk. We are so happy to see you again today.
Jonas here. I hope you're all doing well. On this channel, we help you practice real, simple, and natural English.
Yes, and today we are going to talk about something very important.
Today's topic is talking about feelings.
Feelings are a big part of our daily lives. We feel happy, sad, tired, excited, nervous, angry, calm, and many other things.
And learning how to talk about feelings in English helps you express yourself better.
Exactly. So let's start with a simple question. Jonas, how are you feeling today?
Today, I am feeling quite calm and relaxed. The weather is nice, and I slept well last night.
That's good to hear. Feeling calm is a very nice feeling.
How about you, Martha? How are you feeling today?
I am feeling a little tired, but also happy. I had a busy morning, but I feel satisfied with my work.
That's a good combination. Sometimes we can feel two feelings at the same time.
Yes, feelings are not always simple.
Let's start with basic feelings. The most common one is happy.
When do you usually feel happy, Jonas?
I usually feel happy when I spend time with my family or friends. I also feel happy when I finish my work early.
That makes sense. I feel happy when I listen to music or take a walk in the evening.
Now, let's talk about feeling sad. Everyone feels sad sometimes.
Yes, feeling sad is normal. I feel sad when I miss someone or when something doesn't go as planned.
I feel sad when I fail at something I tried very hard to do.
When you feel sad, what do you usually do?
I usually stay quiet for a while. Sometimes I listen to soft music or write my thoughts down.
That's a healthy way to deal with sadness.
What about you?
I like to talk to someone I trust. Talking about my feelings helps me feel better.
That's very important. Sharing feelings can reduce stress.
Now let's talk about feeling angry.
Anger. That's a strong feeling.
Yes, I feel angry when someone is rude or when things feel unfair.
I feel angry when I'm interrupted or when plans suddenly change.
When you feel angry, how do you calm yourself down?
I take deep breaths and remind myself to slow down. Sometimes I go for a short walk.
That's a good habit. I try to pause before speaking so I don't say something I regret.
Now let's talk about feeling nervous.
Nervousness is very common, especially before something important.
I feel nervous before presentations or important meetings.
Me too. I also feel nervous before exams or interviews.
When I feel nervous, my heart beats faster and my hands feel cold.
Same here, but I tell myself that it's okay to feel nervous.
Yes, nervousness often means we care.
Now let's talk about feeling excited.
Excitement is one of my favorite feelings.
When was the last time you felt excited?
I felt excited when I planned a trip with my friends.
I feel excited when I start a new project or learn something new.
Excitement gives us energy.
That's true.
Now let's move on to feeling tired.
Feeling tired is very common in daily life.
I feel tired when I don't sleep enough or work too much.
I feel tired after a long day, but a short rest helps me recover.
Listening to your body is important.
Now let's talk about feeling stressed.
Stress is something many people deal with every day.
I feel stressed when I have too many tasks and not enough time.
I feel stressed when I worry too much about the future.
How do you manage stress?
I try to break big problems into small steps.
That's a very good strategy.
Now let's talk about feeling confident.
Confidence is a powerful feeling.
I feel confident when I'm prepared and know what I'm doing.
I feel confident when I practice and believe in myself.
Confidence grows with experience.
Now let's talk about feeling lonely.
Loneliness can be difficult.
I feel lonely sometimes, even when I'm around people.
Yes, loneliness is not always about being alone physically.
When I feel lonely, I try to connect with someone or do something creative.
That helps a lot. Now let's talk about feeling grateful.
Gratitude is a warm and positive feeling.
I feel grateful when I think about the people who support me.
I feel grateful for good health and small daily comforts.
Practicing gratitude can improve our mood.
Now, let's practice some useful sentences. For example, I feel happy when.
Or, I feel nervous about.
Today, I am feeling.
These simple patterns help you express feelings clearly.
Now let's talk about feelings at work.
Jonas, in the last part, we talked about basic feelings like happy, sad, angry, nervous, and excited.
Yes, and now I think we should go a little deeper and talk about more complex feelings.
That's a great idea. Feelings are not always simple or easy to explain.
Exactly. Sometimes we feel confused about our own emotions.
Let's start with feeling confused. When do you usually feel confused, Jonas?
I feel confused when I get mixed information or when I don't know what decision to make.
I feel confused when my feelings don't match my situation.
That's interesting. Can you give an example?
Sometimes everything looks fine, but inside I feel uneasy and I don't know why.
Yes, that happens to me too. That uneasy feeling is hard to describe.
Another common feeling is feeling disappointed.
Disappointment can be painful.
I feel disappointed when I expect something to happen and it doesn't.
I feel disappointed when I work hard but don't get the result I hoped for.
When I feel disappointed, I try to remind myself that failure is part of learning.
That's a healthy mindset.
Now let's talk about feeling proud.
Pride is a positive feeling, especially when it comes from effort.
I feel proud when I finish something difficult.
I feel proud when I see improvement in myself, even small progress.
Feeling proud motivates us to keep going.
Another feeling is feeling embarrassed.
Oh yes, embarrassment happens to everyone.
I feel embarrassed when I make a mistake in front of many people.
I feel embarrassed when I say something wrong or misunderstand a situation.
The good thing is, embarrassment usually passes quickly.
Yes, and later it often becomes a funny memory.
Now let's talk about feeling anxious.
Anxiety is different from nervousness.
Yes, nervousness is usually short-term, but anxiety can last longer.
I feel anxious when I worry too much about things I can't control.
I feel anxious when I think too far into the future.
When I feel anxious, I focus on my breathing and the present moment.
That helps calm the mind.
Another important feeling is feeling relieved.
Relief feels very good after stress.
I feel relieved after finishing an exam or solving a problem.
I feel relieved when something I worried about turns out okay.
Relief often comes after tension.
Now let's talk about feeling motivated.
Motivation pushes us to take action.
I feel motivated when I have a clear goal.
I feel motivated when I see others succeed and feel inspired.
Motivation can come and go, so habits are important.
Exactly. We can't always rely on motivation.
Now let's talk about feeling bored.
Boredom is very common in daily life.
I feel bored when I do the same thing repeatedly without a challenge.
I feel bored when I have nothing meaningful to do.
Boredom can be a signal that we need change or creativity.
Yes, it can push us to explore new activities.
Another feeling is feeling overwhelmed.
Feeling overwhelmed happens when there is too much at once.
I feel overwhelmed when my to-do list is too long.
I feel overwhelmed when I have too many responsibilities at the same time.
When that happens, breaking tasks into small steps really helps.
Small steps reduce pressure.
Now let's talk about feeling hopeful.
Hope is a very powerful feeling.
I feel hopeful when I believe things can improve.
I feel hopeful when I see progress, even slow progress.
Hope gives strength during difficult times.
Let's practice some useful expressions for feelings.
For example, I feel a bit.
I'm feeling kind of.
Lately, I've been feeling.
These expressions make your English sound natural.
Now let's talk about talking about feelings in daily conversations.
For example, when someone asks, "How was your day?"
You can say, it was stressful but productive.
Or, I felt tired but satisfied.
You don't always need long explanations.
Simple sentences are enough.
Now let's talk about listening to other people's feelings.
Listening is just as important as speaking.
When someone shares their feelings, we should listen without judgment.
Saying things like, I understand, or that sounds difficult, helps a lot.
It makes people feel heard.
Now, viewers, let's do a short practice together.
Think about today. How did you feel in the morning?
How did you feel in the afternoon?
And how are you feeling right now?
Try to describe your feelings using simple English words.
Remember, there is no right or wrong feeling.
Expressing feelings is a skill that improves with practice.
And English becomes more meaningful when you use it to express emotions.
Let's continue exploring feelings in the next part.
Yes, there are still many emotions to talk about.
Stay with us and keep practicing.
Last time we talked about complex feelings like anxiety, relief, boredom, and hope.
Yes, and now I think we should talk about feelings that come from relationships and daily interactions.
That's very important because many of our feelings come from other people.
Exactly. Let's start with feeling appreciated.
Feeling appreciated is very powerful.
I feel appreciated when someone notices my effort and says thank you.
I feel appreciated when people listen to me carefully.
Appreciation makes people feel valued.
And when we don't feel appreciated, we may feel ignored.
Feeling ignored can be very painful.
I feel ignored when people don't respond to my messages.
I feel ignored when my opinion is not considered.
When I feel ignored, I try to communicate my feelings calmly.
Communication is key.
Another feeling is feeling lonely.
Loneliness can happen even when we are around people.
I feel lonely when I don't feel emotionally connected.
I feel lonely when I can't share my thoughts with anyone.
Talking about loneliness is not a weakness.
It actually shows self-awareness.
Let's talk about feeling connected.
Feeling connected is the opposite of loneliness.
I feel connected when I have deep conversations.
I feel connected when someone understands me without many words.
Connection creates emotional safety.
Another common feeling is feeling frustrated.
Frustration happens when things don't go as planned.
I feel frustrated when I try hard but see no progress.
I feel frustrated when I repeat the same mistake.
When I feel frustrated, I take a short break.
That helps clear the mind.
Let's talk about feeling confident.
Confidence grows with experience.
I feel confident when I prepare well.
I feel confident when I accept myself as I am.
Confidence helps us express our feelings clearly.
Another important feeling is feeling insecure.
Insecurity is something many people struggle with.
I feel insecure when I compare myself to others.
I feel insecure when I doubt my abilities.
When I feel insecure, I remind myself of my strengths.
That's a healthy habit.
Let's talk about feeling grateful.
Gratitude changes perspective.
I feel grateful when I focus on small positive things.
I feel grateful when I remember how far I've come.
Gratitude reduces stress and negative emotions.
Another feeling is feeling guilty.
Guilt appears when we think we did something wrong.
I feel guilty when I hurt someone unintentionally.
I feel guilty when I don't keep a promise.
Guilt can be useful if it helps us grow.
Yes, but too much guilt is unhealthy.
Let's talk about feeling emotionally tired.
Emotional tiredness is different from physical tiredness.
I feel emotionally tired after intense conversations.
I feel emotionally tired when I worry too much.
Rest and boundaries are important.
Now, let's practice expressing these feelings naturally.
For example, I've been feeling a bit disconnected lately.
Or, I feel overwhelmed but hopeful.
You can also say, I'm struggling with motivation these days.
These sentences sound natural and honest.
Now let's talk about responding to someone's feelings.
You can say, that makes sense.
Or, I'm sorry you're feeling that way.
Simple responses can be very comforting.
Now, viewers, take a moment and think about your relationships.
How do people make you feel?
Do you feel supported, understood, or stressed?
Try to name your feelings using simple words.
This practice helps both English and emotional awareness.
Understanding feelings helps improve communication.
And better communication leads to better relationships.
Let's continue this conversation in the next part.
Yes, we still have many important feelings to explore.
Stay with us and keep practicing English through emotions.
Jonas, in the last part, we talked about feelings connected to relationships like loneliness, confidence, insecurity, and gratitude.
Yes, and now I think we should go even deeper and talk about inner feelings, the feelings we have when we are alone with our thoughts.
That's a very important topic because many feelings start inside us.
Exactly. Let's start with feeling calm.
Feeling calm is very peaceful.
I feel calm when everything is quiet and I don't feel any pressure.
I feel calm when I sit alone with a cup of tea and no distractions.
Calmness helps us think clearly.
Now, let's talk about feeling stressed.
Stress is the opposite of calm.
I feel stressed when I have too many responsibilities.
I feel stressed when I feel short on time.
When I feel stressed, my body also feels tense.
Yes, stress affects both mind and body.
What do you do when you feel stressed, Jonas?
I try to slow down and focus on one thing at a time.
That's a good strategy.
Another inner feeling is feeling pressured.
Pressure often comes from expectations.
I feel pressured when I think I must be perfect.
I feel pressured when I compare myself to others.
Pressure can make simple things feel difficult.
That's why self-kindness is important.
Let's talk about feeling peaceful.
Peace is deeper than calm.
I feel peaceful when I accept things as they are.
I feel peaceful when I stop fighting my thoughts.
Peace doesn't mean everything is perfect.
It means you are okay with imperfection.
Another common feeling is self-doubt.
Self-doubt can be very quiet but powerful.
I feel self-doubt when I question my abilities.
I feel self-doubt when I fear making mistakes.
When self-doubt appears, it can stop us from trying.
But mistakes are part of learning.
Exactly.
In the previous parts, we talked about many types of feelings, from simple emotions to deep inner experiences.
Yes, we talked about happiness, sadness, anxiety, confidence, loneliness, calmness, stress, and even inner hope.
Now I think it's time to bring everything together and talk about how we use feelings in real-life conversations.
That's important because feelings are part of our everyday communication.
Exactly. We don't just feel emotions, we talk about them all the time.
Let's start with expressing feelings in simple daily situations.
For example, when someone asks, "How are you today?"
Many people answer automatically, "I'm fine."
But we can be more honest and natural.
Yes, you can say, "I'm feeling a bit tired today."
Or, "I'm feeling quite positive this morning."
These answers sound more real and human.
Let's talk about expressing mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings are very common.
I often feel excited and nervous at the same time.
I feel happy but also a little worried before starting something new.
You can say, "I have mixed feelings about this."
Or part of me feels excited, but another part feels unsure.
These expressions are very useful in conversations.
Now let's talk about expressing feelings at work or study.
Many people feel pressure but don't talk about it.
You can say, "I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with my workload."
Or, "I'm under a lot of pressure right now."
These sentences are polite and honest.
Let's talk about feelings in learning English.
Many learners feel nervous when speaking.
You can say, "I feel nervous when I speak English."
Or, "I feel shy, but I want to improve."
Saying this helps others understand you.
And it also helps you feel less alone.
Now let's talk about expressing positive feelings clearly.
Sometimes people don't express positive feelings enough.
For example, you can say, I feel proud of myself today.
Or I'm really satisfied with my progress.
These sentences help build confidence.
Let's talk about expressing negative feelings in a healthy way.
This is very important.
Instead of saying everything is terrible,
You can say, I'm feeling frustrated right now.
or I'm having a difficult day emotionally.
This sounds calmer and more clear.
Now let's talk about responding to other people's feelings.
When someone shares their feelings, listening is very important.
You don't need to give advice immediately.
You can say, I understand how you feel.
Or, that sounds really difficult.
These responses show empathy.
Empathy means understanding someone else's feelings.
Another good response is, thank you for sharing this with me.
It makes people feel respected.
Now let's practice a small role example.
Okay,
Imagine I say, I've been feeling very stressed lately.
I could respond, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to talk about it?
That's a perfect response.
It's simple but supportive.
Now let's talk about feelings over time.
Feelings change. They're not permanent.
Yes, you can say, I've been feeling better recently.
Or lately I've been feeling more confident.
Using words like lately and recently helps show time.
You can also talk about past feelings.
For example, I used to feel very insecure.
Or in the past, I felt lost.
And then you can add growth.
Like, but now I feel more stable.
This shows emotional progress.
Now let's talk about feelings and self-talk.
Self-talk is how we talk to ourselves.
It has a big effect on how we feel.
When I feel stressed, I tell myself, I'm doing my best.
When I feel nervous, I say it's okay to make mistakes.
Positive self-talk helps regulate emotions.
Now let's talk about naming feelings correctly.
Naming feelings makes them easier to handle.
Instead of saying, I feel bad,
You can say, I feel disappointed, or I feel anxious.
specific words give clarity.
Now, let's review some useful feeling words again.
Happy, sad, angry, nervous, excited,
Confident, insecure, calm, stressed.
lonely, connected, hopeful, overwhelmed.
Proud, guilty, grateful, frustrated.
These words help express emotions clearly.
Now, let's talk about cultural differences in expressing feelings.
Some cultures express feelings openly.
Some cultures express feelings quietly.
Neither is wrong.
Learning English also means learning how feelings are expressed in English-speaking cultures.
In English, it's okay to say how you feel politely.
For example, I'm not comfortable with this.
Or, I need some time to think.
These sentences set emotional boundaries.
Boundaries protect mental health.
Now, let's talk about feelings and habits.
Talking about feelings regularly is a good habit.
It improves communication and emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence means understanding emotions in yourself and others.
It's a very important life skill.
Now, viewers, let's do a reflection exercise.
Think about today.
What feeling did you experience the most?
Was it stress, calm, happiness, or something else?
Try to say one sentence in English.
For example, today I felt tired but hopeful.
Or, I felt anxious in the morning, but calm in the evening.
Simple sentences are enough.
Don't worry about perfect grammar.
Expressing feelings is more important than being perfect.
Now let's connect this topic to daily English practice.
When you learn English through feelings, it becomes personal.
And personal learning is more powerful.
Try to describe your feelings every day in English.
Even one sentence is good practice.
You can say it out loud or write it down.
This builds both language skill and self-awareness.
Now let's think about